Hey friends, so I got my video edited and posted. It's 10:10 right now. My dad's just waiting for them to come and take him. He sent us a few messages. He just sent us a video message trying to, like, you know, calm us down. I think I'm the most nervous. Yeah, so we're all gonna be up and waiting, my sisters and I, who live here on the West Coast, and then my sister in England is up early. I think it's 6 a.m. her time, and we're all just waiting to hear. So I'm calmed down. I took a 5-hour nap, 4 or 5 hour, I can't remember. The dogs sense something is going on as they are being extra needy right now. Probably haven't seen Mom cry this much in a while. So between the book and what's happening with my dad. Anyway, so I did the first 2 days. I meant to show you guys after the first day, and I will post the picture I posted on Instagram, but I forgot to film. These are really kind of cool looking. I mean, I have a pair of socks that are color work that I bought the kit for, and I've been nervous to do them, and this definitely is helping ease my feelings about that. And maybe one day I will make a color work cardigan or sweater or something, but yeah, I think it's turning out pretty good. I managed to actually successfully complete the puzzle both times, so that is good. While editing the video, I realized I never came back and showed you guys how the bandanas turned out. So I thought I would show you now. I'm also keeping an eye on the messages. We haven't heard from my mom in a little while, so okay, so here is how the Pico one turned out. The doctors suggested I wait at home. Oh, so Mom's at home. I didn't know that. So they're gonna call him. So here is what the Pico one looks like, and I think actually it turned out pretty good. And I got really kind of obsessed after finishing these two, and I went and I found all I have 4 more skeins of this kind of yarn before I'll need to make a trip to Hobby Lobby to get more. I was able to make 2 face scrubs or coasters out of what remained, so there's that. I pulled out the next skein I am going to work with for velvet. I have 3 scrunchie holders to go with it. Not scrunchie holders, actual scrunchies. So I might work on that while waiting to hear about my dad's surgery. I got in the mail the 2 books. I want to show you guys. The Boys of Tommen. So the first one is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. And that's what it looks like. And the one I'm reading right now is Keeping 13. I am so obsessed right now, honestly. And this is nice, like a floppy kind of books, like not the stiff kind. They'll open nicely, sit on the table nicely. So yeah, I need to get the rest. So here's a couple more. Saving 6, Redeeming 6, and then Taming 7. So, oh man, I can't even tell you how much I love these books right now. So much. It does say down here, young adults. Would not recommend for young adults. But yeah. I mean, there's nothing like way too bad. I mean, obviously mentions of sex and drinking and things like that. that you find in a lot of coming of age stories, but like it's nothing graphic. It's been nothing graphic. It's not even necessarily excessive. It's just dealing with bad crap. It actually kind of reminds me of some Sarah Dessen books I used to read, and I love Sarah Dessen. I haven't read her in a while, but I might go back and read her again. It just may be like a slightly more adult level than Sarah Dessen. I don't know. It's hard to quite define the age group. Anyway, excuse me. So, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. I'm waiting for my husband to come home. I was really wanting him to be home when my dad got into surgery, but I didn't vocalize that, and it's fine. So yeah, I'm going to try to occupy myself and my mind, continue listening to the book, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Bye. Hi friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. I haven't done an update in a few days, and the reason is that with everything going on with my dad, I haven't really been able to craft. I know a lot of people, when they get nervous, crafting is something that soothes them. Me, I'm too anxious. I can't craft. So I'll start by giving an update on my dad. And then I will show the very little that I did do for crafting. My dad was kept sedated for 2 days following his surgery. When he was initially brought out of surgery, and was still sedated for a while, and then they found blood in his tubes. Like, my mom said it looked like Kool-Aid, so it was quite a bit of blood. And so they rushed him back, opened him back up, because they were worried that, excuse me, stop moving my table, Lillian. Because they were worried there was internal bleeding, but they couldn't find any, so closed him back up, kept him sedated for 2 days. The blood went away, and he was inundated, so the breathing tube, and he has tubes coming out of him everywhere, like from his stomach and from his neck and from his mouth, and he was on IV, like at one point 12 different medications, or 13 actually, and then 3 of them they stopped. His blood pressure was 88/55 or something like that, like really low. And yeah, so was really nervous, and like we thought he'd be unsedated within hours of coming out of surgery, because that's what doctors made it sound like to my mom. They told her to wait at home, they'll give her a call when he's out of surgery, and then she should be able to make it back before he wakes up, indicating to us that he'd be awake that day. They tried to take him out several times, but his body was too stressed, is what they said. They could tell by the blood pressure that his body was still too stressed. And so they kept him sedated for 2 days. And today, finally, he woke up. He is in a lot of pain, but he's awake now. He keeps saying, praise God, and my mom says he keeps saying how much he loves his family. And my sister Kirsten, we ended up talking my mom into letting Kirsten go, because my mom was like, Kirsten needs to get her driver's license so she can take Hayden to activities and stuff like that. And like, the whole soccer mom thing. And Kirsten was like, 1 week isn't going to make a difference, and we haven't even bought a car for me yet. Hey, because, Kirsten had her driver's license here in America, but she doesn't have one for in England, and the whole, like, driving on the other side of the road thing is difficult, and the village where they live has very narrow roads, probably because it was built back when it was just, like, wagons or carriages and not cars, and not like 2 ways like that or whatever, I don't know. Anyways, so mom finally relented, which is good because we've been worried she's not taking care of herself. And so when dad saw, so Kirsten went with her youngest, Evelyn, and when dad saw Evelyn, he started crying, and he smiles every time he hears her chattering, and his blood pressure is still low, so he's still on 1 medication for that, but that's better than when he was on 3. And let's see what else. He is improving. He was able to sit up a little bit today and eat a tiny bit of lemon sorbet, but it's still very difficult for him to swallow. Hang on, I think one of my dogs is crying. I'm gonna go check on her. Okay, I'm back. So anyway, now that my dad is awake, well, I heard mom said she thinks he was awake, this morning, and so I went to bed, and I slept like 12 hours because I haven't been sleeping well because I've been worried. I haven't been crafting. I did play a little bit of my favorite game, Banished, to just try to take myself out of, out of the headspace I was in. Do I have a bobby pin here? No, I don't. So that was useless. Yeah, basically. I have done a tiny bit of crafting. The Club World Cup starts tomorrow, and I was convinced today was Thursday, but no, it's Friday, and my husband was like trying to tell me his plans for tomorrow, and I was like, you're not gonna go to work? And he was like, tomorrow's Saturday, and I was like, no, tomorrow's Friday. And I was like, he was worried about me when I got, because I don't normally lose track of time. I'm pretty good at keeping up with time. Anyways, so I decided last night while I was trying to wait for my mom, like I thought she would get to the hospital faster than she did, just because like she's staying at their house, which is like way over an hour from the hospital, so yeah. Anyways, I started a bandana, and I really like this yarn. I love this cotton fruit salad, and I really want to get more of this. I love this cotton, oops, wrong way. I love this cotton super soft. Anyways, so I started it. I had hoped to finish the whole body part. I don't know why I shouldn't have called it the body. I don't know. But I had taken my sleep medication and was feeling pretty out of it. And yeah, so I slept 12 hours though, so that's good. I had thought to start my scrunchies, so I pulled a bunch out. And then I was like, yeah, no, I don't have the mental capacity to count to 3 so many times. I don't know. It's a really lame excuse, but I have been working on my Merry and Bright, and I think I've made some pretty decent progress on this in this month of June. I'm at 700 stitches in the month of June. Yeah, 700. Am I done with this girl? I have to do her mouth, but then I will be done with this girl. I finished that penguin. Right here is the and symbol, and then there's like a Christmas tree, and then the word bright. So yeah, making good progress, which is really, really awesome. I was able to highlight that box on my WhipGo board, so that's exciting. I think I owe about 300 stitches on this for Uno, but then I will hopefully be able to, I've just been doing all of the Uno calls that call for this one, so then I'll be able to move on. I played connections, but I haven't knit those sections, and I'm hoping to catch up on that tonight. I'd also love to do the 300 stitches on that. I'm hoping to not get sucked into a game. The other game I was playing a lot of is called Adventure Capitalist, and it is literally just a clicking game, okay? What happens is you buy these things. Hang on, let me see if I can actually just give you a visual. I have it on my computer, but I think I also have it on my iPad. I know I have it on my iPhone. Adventure Cap. There's also an Adventure Communist. And I play that one sometimes, but I always come back to Adventure Capitalist. And so, like, guys, it is so dumb. It is a complete waste of time, but I could not stop. Okay. I think I'm loading it on my iPad right now. Yeah. Maybe it's its 10-year anniversary. I've been probably playing it for 10 years. Okay. Sorry, it's making me do all of these things. Collect rewards, continue. Okay. So, this is Adventure Capitalist, okay? So, you have the things that you're trying to buy, and every second it's collecting so much money, and you keep buying them. It's a clicking game. You just click like that. Click. I did this for hours because that's about the mental capacity I had. So my preference is when there are events. So I don't tend to play the main game a lot, but I play like, don't make sounds. No sounds. Okay. Oh man, sorry. Okay, so when there's events, it's like a different theme. And so this one is Capitalist Cake Day. And so you start from the beginning, but same concept. You just click. You click this first one. You just click this button to start it because you haven't yet got a manager who will keep running it on its own. When it's orange, that means you can buy more. Then you click to run it again. Okay, guys, like literally this is what I was doing. What I was doing for hours. Okay, we're gonna stop before I get drawn in again. So yeah, that's the mental capacity I had, the brain thing. And then I did finish books 1 and 2 of the Boys of Tommen series. I didn't cry as much in the second book as I cried in the first book, but I have ordered books 3 to 6, the rest of the series that's released so far. That should be arriving tomorrow. And like, I was so into the second book that I started actually reading the physical copy for like a few hours before switching back to audio so that I could, click on the game while I was listening to the book. Basically, that's basically how I spent the last few days. Which is also why I didn't really come with any updates, is just I've really been anxious and not really in a good place to do updates and videos and things like that. But my dad's awake now and I'm feeling so much better. So yeah, so I'm hoping to be somewhat productive. A new event has come out for our Jurassic Stitches group, so I am going to, well, my phone's almost dead, so I'm going to charge it. So I will put on some like YouTube video. I've been watching like ASMR role play videos. So like one was like a jewelry earring seller, and it was like 45 minutes of showing different earrings for different holiday events and how you could stack them and blah blah blah. I have one piercing in each ear. I don't do the stacking, and wearing dangly earrings gives me migraines, and so I basically only really wear studs. So I'm not an earrings girl, but it was very fascinating. And then another one I watched was like a wand shop seller, kind of Harry Potter-esque. That one was fun. Like, that's the kind of ASMR I like. And when I say role play, sometimes it's like a librarian, or sometimes it's like you're checking into a luxury resort hotel and here are the services offered. And I mean, it's just, it's very nice. It relaxes me. So yeah, that's the kind of ASMR I watch. I don't like the chewing sounds and that kind of thing. Anyways, so I will update again tonight. I know I should have released another video today, but I just don't really have the content yet. So I will film throughout the rest of a little bit today. I mean, it's 8:30 at night. The Club World Cup starts tomorrow, so I guess I'll just use that as like the next set of videos will be when the Club World Cup starts. The first match is on 5 p.m. and then Bayern plays at 9 a.m. I think on Sunday. So I will be watching that because I'm rooting for Bayern Munich. A lot of people are like making fun of this event or whatever, but I don't care because some of my favorite players are playing and my favorite club is playing, and so I'm just excited about that. So yeah, I will be watching. Anyways, enough rambling. I am going to put up the event and then do one of my activities, maybe cross stitch, I don't know. Anyways, bye you guys. Hey friends, it is about 4:15 p.m. on June 14th. I've been awake since like 10 a.m. so not bad today. Hey Maggie Rickies. So we are about 45 minutes away from the very first match of the Club World Cup. Inter Milan, nope, not Inter Milan, Inter Miami versus Ali FC, I think. I don't know. From the Middle East somewhere. I'm not positive about that. I'm not super excited about this match as I don't follow either of those clubs, but I will be going for Miami because I know Messi plays for Miami, and also Miami is in America, so yeah. I'll just, that's what I'm gonna do. That's how I'm gonna go. So I am hoping to make a tracker like I do for World Cups, with predictions and everything. Obviously, I am a tiny bit behind on that. So, and a match is going to be played today, which might affect the Group A. So let me see if I can pull up Group A really quick so I can make my predictions fairly before the match. FIFA, I thought I had FIFA on here. No, I thought I had FIFA on here. What are you talking about? Oh my goodness, guys. I'm so sorry. this is being ridiculous, and we're gonna search the App Store really quick. Because the problem is I just don't know what other teams are in this this group. Let's see if the Dazon app will put it out. Maggie Regs. What's going on here, girlfriend? Your nails are dirty. Okay, so close you. Jeez Louise, guys. I am so sorry about this. I am sorry. FIFA World Cup. Let's see. Tables. Okay, Group A is the Al-Ahly FC, Porto, Inter Milan, and Palmeiras. Where is that even? I don't know. Here's the problem. They don't actually tell me where these clubs are. Okay, so let's just go optimistic and say in first place will be Inter Milan, second Porto, third the Al-Ahly. Just because the commentator said something like they've made every Club World Cup appearance or something like that, so they must be pretty good. Or they're just in a region where it's not that hard. I don't know. And they also said something about them bringing in a lot of good players. So, and I don't know anything about Palmeiras. I don't know. To be honest, you guys, I don't know most of these clubs. So there's some I know, like in Group B, there's Paris Saint-Germain, and I'm going to guess they'll top their group, but they've also got to be pretty tired because they won the Champions League, which means they've had a longer season. Also, if they have any French players, they've just done the last two matches for country and then had to go back to club. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Bayern Munich's in Group C. And let's see. Chelsea is in Group D. I hate Chelsea, but they're probably going to win that group. Dortmund is in Group F. Manchester City is in Group G. Real Madrid is in Group H. So I guess we will see. We'll see a lot of clubs I've never heard of. That's right, Meganators. So I'm just excited to watch some soccer again. So anyways, I've done no crafting since my last update because I have been posting an event for one of my cross stitch groups, and then I've also been I don't know words. I don't know what I've been doing. I don't know. So, let's see. Yeah, Messi is starting. He's the team captain for Inter Miami. I don't know most of the other players, but I don't like Messi, but he's a good player, so. Anyway. I'm debating between whether I'm going to work on doing some room organization or crafting while watching the game. And I'm kind of leaning towards organization just because it's easier to watch the game and do some organizing at the same time. I need to go quickly check on a load of but I don't know. No. I was going to say go check on a load of laundry that I put in, but I do not feel like folding the laundry right now because of the heat and everything. So I'm just gonna wait until after the games when it's cooled down a bit, but it should still be light outside. So yeah, and in a little bit, my husband and I are going to go to the grocery store because I ran out of milk. And he was like, do you want me to just pick it up or do you want to go? And I was like, I'll go, I guess. There's not really much I need, but whatever. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, so the commentator just said that Ali, something. They're the Egyptian champions. Okay, so now we have a location. They play in Egypt. So we are more informed. That's good. So I just thought I'd give you that little update. I'll keep updating you. Bye. Okay, my books just arrived and I have a question. Why is book number 6 different? Books 1 through 5 are all black. And then you have book 6 that's different. Why? 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 I mean, like, the kind of art style on the front is the same. Why are you not black on the side? I really hate it when book series do this because everything looks so nice together and then this happens. Is there a black version out there? Like, can I find that somewhere? Does anyone know? This is frustrating. And it's all by the same publisher down there in the bottom. Anyways, super excited to start book 3 and to have these as physical copies. So yeah, really loved the first 2 books, and just hoping that momentum keeps going for the rest of the series. Now I have to go manufacture some space on my bookshelf so that I can put these there, because these ones need to be displayed on the shelf. So the game still hasn't started yet, but these got delivered, and so did my tomato plant thing. But I thought it was a 2-pack, but only one was there, so I need to investigate that, because I wouldn't have ordered the one I did if it was just a single one. I would have ordered another one I found that was a 3-pack, so need to go investigate that. So chat with you guys later. Bye. Hey friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is June 15th, which means it is Father's Day here in America. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. My father is doing much better. He is kind of loopy. My mom sent a couple voice messages, and in one of them he was singing Let It Go, but I don't think the lyrics were right. But also it was really silly because I don't know why he would be singing that. But anyways, yeah, he's doing so much better, which is such a relief, and for our whole family. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So yesterday, okay, so it is noon, which means I've already watched one soccer game. I was about 25-30 minutes late for it, but the streaming service that it's on, DAZN, D-A-Z-N, allowed me to press play from beginning, and then there was no alerts on my phone, so I was able to watch the match. And the second match is about to start. The players are lining up, so I have about like 3 to 5 minutes. Anyways, the match ended 10-0. It was Bayern versus Auckland City, and yeah, I'm wearing my Bayern Munich t-shirt right now from the official fan club of San Francisco, Mia San Francisco. Anyways, so yeah, it was such a good match. Oh, it was so good. And one of my favorite players, this is his last round with Bayern Munich. I think they should have renewed his contract, but they didn't. And so I don't know if he's retiring or if he is going to go someplace else. I don't know. But I don't know if he knows. It hasn't been announced. He is 35, which is getting up there for soccer players. But anyways, he scored 2 goals. So that was amazing. And yeah, we kept a clean sheet, which is always important because one of my other favorite players is the goalkeeper. So I always like it when there's a clean sheet. Anyway, so yesterday I spent like 8 hours after my last recording just organizing and tidying. So you can see down here, I put in all those, and somehow I ordered a different color. I thought it was the same color when I ordered. But so previously those bottom two were all cross-stitch stuff, but I moved that to the other side of my container, so this is all now yarn. This first top row is all Juicy Couture, and it's not even all of it. I have a full storage bin with more. And then the bottom 4 are just kind of random stuff. So some stuff for octopuses, some stuff that I just found, like some Hobby Lobby yarn, some Lion brand yarn, just different things. Looking further on, well, you guys aren't going to be able to see because of my drink cups, but so that was stacked 3 boxes high, and now it's just 1 box on top. So that was a really big progress, and yeah, so I am going to be crafting today because that was a lot of work. The game is about to kick off right now. Anyways, so I'm going to be doing my first challenge video that I will be doing over the course of this week. And I will have that as one video instead of putting the updates for that and whatever I'm vlogging. But as I was tidying and going through all my bins, I found a collection of partially used random skeins. And so my goal in this next week is to use all of this, and then I want to get those items listed on Etsy because I need to pare down what's in this room. It is ridiculous, like really ridiculous. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Crochet wise, this might be what I do during matches because it is hard for me to cross stitch during matches, although I don't particularly care about either of the 2 teams playing right at this moment. It's PSG and Atletico Madrid, so I'll go for Atletico Madrid just because I don't really like the French team. That is the extent of it. They won the Champions League already, okay? So someone else can have a turn. That's someone being Bayern. Anyways, so to go with that, I am also going to finish these 2 skeins because I've already started pulling yarn out of this one, and then I already started a project with that. So that is my challenge for the week, is to figure out projects to use all of that. Yeah, I'm gonna do various challenges throughout the summer because I had a lot of really random skeins that I don't even know where it all came from. I'm guessing some came from estate sales. Like, it's not stuff that I would have picked up at the store itself. Sometimes when my husband goes to estate sales, he'll find me yarn and then bring it home to me. So yeah, I really need to catch up on my connection socks, and I don't think I played a couple days of connection, so yeah. But so hopefully I can catch up on connections today. And then I'm going to cross stitch because I want to, and it's been a couple of days. And yeah, I want to keep working on getting caught up with Uno, which might be a pipe dream at this point, but gonna give it my best shot. And so that's what I'm going to do. I also got a snackle box from Walmart. And so I was watching the Bayern game on my phone in the kitchen, well, and also in the garden backyard, because I just gotten some planters. Oh, Atletico almost scored. I had just gotten some planters, and so I was putting them together. Just their tomato plant, like single planters. But anyways, so I was doing that with the dogs outside, and then I was making a little snackle box for myself because I'm more of a snacker than a full meal eater for lunch. So I wanted to make sure that I actually eat some healthy options, and there's no way I'm going downstairs multiple times to get snacks. So here we've got carrots, celery, cherries. This is ranch dip for the carrots and celery. This is some Parmesan bites. I ordered Domino's pizza last night, and the coupon had this and then a medium stuffed crust. I was wanting the stuffed crust, which is why this was the best deal for the coupons, because I like to use the coupons. This is onion and garlic pistachios. They're in their shells. This is an assortment of cheeses, and here we have summer sausage. So, I mean, it's not all healthy, but there are healthy options in here, which will encourage me to actually eat some healthy options. So that's part of why I got the snackle box. I'm pretty excited about it. I thought it was dumb the first few times I kept seeing it on the reels. And then I was like, you know what? I don't like going downstairs. Maybe it's dumb, but also it's kind of fun. So here's my snackle box assortment for the day. Anyways, I'm gonna stop recording now. Gonna turn on the game, and I am almost done setting up the one event. I have one more group to put the detailed stitch requirements for my team, and then I will be done with that, and then I can actually craft. My husband is going to be leaving soon for lunch with his son and granddaughter. They invited me to come, but I said no thank you, because I know he hates me, and so I'd rather be home watching soccer, honestly. Yeah. He one time told me that fast food workers offer more to society than I do, so yeah. I will make my husband a nice dinner for Father's Day, and that will be that. So I'm gonna stay here, craft, watch soccer, be happy. And yeah, I wish my own father a happy Father's Day. So yeah, anyways, that's probably too much information, but whatever. Yeah, so rambling now, but gonna go. Bye. Hey friends. So, 2 more matches have gone. So there's one more match today in an hour. And I've not crafted anything because I was like, I'm gonna work on my cross stitch, but I'm so bad at working on cross stitch during soccer. I decided to move this one to a bigger hoop, because I don't know, it felt limiting to only have that small amount of space. So I was like, you know what, I'm going bigger. And yeah, So, I did a total of, excuse me, 5 stitches. I finished the chain that was not fully connected. I think this is the 5 I did. So, 5 stitches completed. I think what I'm gonna do during the next match is just, except I cannot cross stitch, and so I will work on those connection socks instead. I think that is doable. If not, I don't know. But, I think the next match starts at 6 p.m. So, I think I'm gonna go do a load of dishes. And it is our garbage night tonight, so I might work on that just to get it done so that after the games are over, I can do some crafty things, but also go to bed at a reasonable time so I can wake up for the next set of games. So yeah, I am hoping to do 300 stitches on this tonight and then move on to another whip. That will have given me 1,000 stitches so far in June on that project, which I think is pretty good. So, yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards doing right now. I will chat with y'all later. Bye. Oh, I also figured out where Palmeiras is. That is a club in Brazil. I think that they are really successful right now. So, Porto is in Portugal. Palmeiras is in, Palmeiras is in Brazil. Their game just finished and it ended 0-0, which means that group, because they also, the game that was yesterday that ended in 0-0. So, after the first of the group stage matches, everyone in that group is at 0-0, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, so that's where things stand at this moment. So just an update on soccer. Good morning. It is Monday, June 16th, and it's about 12:25, so I guess technically it's afternoon. I woke up about an hour ago. I took the dogs outside. They're very playful this morning, so you are bound to hear them in the background. I've waited 25 minutes to film this because they were just so very crazy. So yesterday, I only did 1 row on the socks, and like that's all I did. Hey, Hazel, Rosie, no. Because just after the Seattle game started, excuse me, my husband called me and we had an inquiry on Luca, the little boy we had listed for rehoming, and they wanted to meet that night. Like, even though it was 7:30 at the time, and we were like, we're not gonna have him ready till like 9, and they're like, that's okay, we'd still like to see him. And so I put the game on my iPad and went to go give Luca a bath. We are, hey, summertime here, and so every summer we deal with fleas because they're very prevalent where we live. Not ticks. We don't have a problem with ticks, but we have a flea problem. So, I have some supplements that I give the dogs that are supposed to help keep the numbers down, but, the prescription stuff that costs an arm and a leg is just, I mean, when it's like $300 for 6 little tablets, and it's not feasible for us. But I don't think it would be feasible for most people if you have this many dogs. But so I gave him a flea bath, and then I went through and I picked off every flea I could find. I mean, it wasn't like too bad, but it takes time. It's like when you get head lice, it takes time. Sorry, I have the soccer game on mute, so I'm just keeping an eye on it. So spent about an hour and a half giving him a bath. My husband gave him a tiny little trim. Like, we trimmed the hair around his eyes and on his paws. And I don't know if my husband does the area around his butt or not. And then I was putting together the rehoming kit that we always give. It always includes a bed, a blanket, several toys that they've been playing with, a food and water bowl, 2 or 3 days worth of food that they're used to eating. So we've always been giving the Hills Physician Science Diet puppy. And so I always include some of that, and then a Ziploc full of the various treats that we give them. So put that together. Oh, and also includes a leash, and they have a collar on. So, and potty pads. Yeah. So it includes everything that a new home would need for the first few days until they can get to a pet store. Anyways, that's what we like to do. So then we went and we met the family. They have 4 kids, which Luca is very, very active. And we were like, he needs a family that would be very active. And this family seemed like a really good fit. It was a Father's Day present from the father to the kids. And I thought that was really kind of cool. And we got a message from them this morning, and he said the kids were still playing with the dog at 2 a.m. He works a night shift. Oh, sorry. So he wakes up at 2 a.m. to go to work. So, and he said the kids were still out playing with the dog. And so we were really excited and happy to hear that, because Luca was like scared and he was shaking when we took him. And so we assured them, like, well, they were like, he is normally very active, like, because they wanted to know his personality. And we were like, he's playful, he's active. Like, when I took the dogs out this morning, it was so much easier because I didn't have to contend with Luca constantly trying to sneak into the part of the yard they're not allowed in, or trying to eat my flowers that, oh, by the way, my flowers have died, but they've been trying to eat the dirt, the soil. I think that I'd waited too long to plant that one, but the tomatoes are still doing good. So my husband is going to get me new flowers to try again. So semi-successful on this current run. Tomatoes doing good. Basil, I only have one little bud that's still going, so I think that one's going to be dead. And then the 2 flowers, both dead. But we got the tomatoes. Fingers crossed. Anyways. So, right now is Chelsea versus LAFC. Oh, excuse me. Chelsea is for sure the expected winners of this game. But I am going for LAFC because they're from America, and so that's who I will be rooting for. Unfortunately, Seattle did lose last night. It was a 2-1 game. They put up a really good fight, and so I'm just going to have to hope that they do and win the next 2 games so that they can proceed out of the group stages. So we will see what happens with that, but LAFC is for sure the underdogs in this particular match. Chelsea is just a very good club. Unfortunately, I hate them. Sorry about that. Just like children, dogs have sibling rivalries and fights. So at first I thought it was just a little like playing, But then I heard the change in tone and I realized they were having a fight. Normally it's about toys, sometimes treats. I didn't see anything, so I don't know what they were fighting about, and it wasn't who I expected. So it was Amy and Gracie. Gracie is our oldest dog. She thinks she's a queen bee, but normally she doesn't get involved with these kind of things, so I don't know what was going on. But I broke them up, and then they always have to give a kissy to each other afterwards. So there's a little bit of that. Knock it off. Okay. So now I've got Gracie. Anyway, don't know what I was saying. LAFC's goalkeeper. He is 38, so that's getting on the older side. His name's Hugo Lloris. He is the most capped player for France with 145 caps, which is really quite impressive for international play. He was also part of the French World Cup winning team. So in 2018, that's the World Cup after Germany won. I think we went out in the group stages and it was quite embarrassing for Germany. But so one thing that might help them is having such an experienced goalkeeper. He is older, but he was in the talks of one of the best goalkeepers. He'll never be better than Neuer. No one can convince me otherwise. But he is one of the best in the history of goalkeepers. So fingers crossed that helps them. Unfortunately, the stadium looks quite empty today, which sucks. It is an earlier game and it is a weekday, so that probably doesn't help. Like, it's noon. If they're playing in LA, I'm not actually sure where they're playing, but most people are still in work. So although I would have thought Chelsea would have brought out more supporters. Whatever. Okay, enough rambling about soccer. So I'm going to be not playing. I'm all the way caught up on playing Connections. I'm going to be working on the socks during the game. I still need to do all 300 stitches. Actually, it's like 285 that I need to do, but I need to do that so I can move to the next project. Also, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, in between games, I do have a few chores I need to get done. I have a load of laundry that needs folding, and then one that needs to go in the dryer, and then I'll need to put on another load. And then I need to do some dishes. And I think today I'm gonna work on cleaning the upstairs spare bathroom because that's where I keep my headbands. And I could not find the color headband that I actually wanted to wear today. And the counter is a bit cluttered. So I think that's gonna be my cleaning project of the day. Yeah. So, but I also want to give myself plenty of cross stitch time. So yeah, we'll see. And also my home chef delivery should be coming today. And I want to make 2 meals today. One so I can send with my husband for lunch tomorrow, and then one for our dinner. So I'm having right now a protein shake. I like to get I'm lactose intolerant, so I like to get the Fairlife. Chelsea just scored. Darn it. Oh, that sucks. Anyway, I like to take this, then I'll take a sip off of it, and then I'll put in some peppermint coffee creamer. And oh no, they were checking for offsides. Doesn't look like he was offsides, so I think this one's gonna stand. So yeah, peppermint coffee creamer, and it makes it so nice and refreshing. So if you ever want to try that I find it very good. And I do still have a little bit of my sugar-free peppermint coffee mate. They have peppermint coffee mate all year long, but they only have the sugar-free during the holiday season. And so this one, the date on it is at the end of this month. So I need to finish using it. I use it sparingly because I know it won't be the sugar-free until the holiday season again. So that really sucks. It's very irritating. But I guess I'll try the same thing with French vanilla. I think that could probably be good. I mean, by itself, plain, it is also very good. I just like to mix it up sometimes. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I will update you guys more later. I don't know all the games happening today. I know there's 3 of them, so yeah. Oh, I need to take pictures of the little puppies, because now that Luke has been rehomed, it's their turn. Here's one. Hi. Come say hi. Who are you? Oh, you're Joey. This litter is named after friends. So before I take pictures, I will trim their hair around their eyes, which they hate. Just so that pictures will show their eyes. But yep, right now I think they played themselves out. It's very quiet, so yeah. I'll talk more with you guys later. Bye. Hey friends, it is about 1 a.m. It's 12:40. And another day with absolutely 0 progress. And yeah, that sucks. I don't know how this always happens, but well, let's see. I ate lunch during the first soccer game, and then during the second one, my husband came home because he didn't go to work today, and I thought he was going to, but he had a procedure to remove some like age spots that are bothering him. And I thought he was gonna go to work afterwards, but he had taken the day off and not told me, whatever. So he got home and I was like, "Are you hungry?" And he was like, "Yes." And so then I went down to make dinner, and then our new tenant is moving into the rental property tomorrow, and he needed to add more caulk around the toilet, and something went wrong. I have no clue what, but the plumber needed to be called out as an emergency. And so while I was making the dinner, the plumber called that he was there, and so my husband went there and was there for a long time, like hours. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll make lunch for him to take to work tomorrow. And that's because my Home Chef order had come in, and I still had like a couple of kits from the last week, and I was like, I'll just make 2 things, one for the dinner and one for lunch the next day. And so they were quite long. They were quite long. And I was like, oh, it took so long, like hours, you guys, like 3 hours probably. I was in the kitchen. I also went through some cupboards and put stuff in the compost bin, and I also unloaded and loaded the dishwasher, and I had cleared off well, I had put away the few things that had gotten put onto the one counter I'd cleared off that my husband keeps putting things on, even though I told him not to. But anyways, so then he finally came home, and it was like 9 p.m. and I was so hot, and so I wanted to go get a drink I'd run out of a couple days ago. I wanted to get some to put in the fridge so I'd have it while it's hot. Excuse me, you guys. Sorry. And so I was like, I'm gonna go to Walmart. And he was like, don't buy out the store. I didn't buy out the store, but I did buy some things. I bought dog treats. I bought some personal items. I bought new pajamas that you guys will probably see tomorrow. I bought some drinks, some chips. Oh, and then I was in the yarn section, and some of the yarn to make the chickens was $5 clearance. So makes me think my Walmart's gonna stop carrying it. And to be honest, our yarn section is now just half of one side of one aisle. It's very sad. So I bought 5 skeins of that, and we're gonna be making some chickens soon. Not yet, but soon. And then let's see, what else did I buy? I wanted to buy a book, but the book I was looking for, it's called Caught Up, was not there. It only came out like less than a week ago, or a week now, I guess. And it's been sold out the 2 times I've been to Walmart, so that's disappointing. I bought off of Etsy a project bag, which I will show you guys when it comes. I'm super excited about it. It's gnomes, and it's so cute. Let's see, what else did I bought a couple of patterns. I bought a set of like a bath set. So that's one thing I'm gonna make one week. It's got let's see, 6 items, including a washcloth, face scrubby, hand towel, soap sock, loofah, and bath poof. So I bought that, and I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna make them all as like a little set. I'll probably make more than 1 face scrub, because it's kind of weird to only have 1 face scrub. I'll probably make like a set of 5. But yeah. So, and then I also bought the Mabel chicken pattern. Sorry. As preparation for making chickens. I'm really super excited about making chickens, and possibly we'll start next week. And then I also bought crochet hooks, because I don't have big crochet hooks, because I mainly just crochet like with the thin yarn. And so this is an 8mm, and this is a 10mm. Neither size. I don't have either size. They didn't have a 9, so I just bought the 8 and the 10. The Mabel chicken pattern calls for the 8. Sorry, excuse me. And I got some really, really chunky yarn that calls for a 10. I saw it when I was going through all my baskets of stuff. Anyways, so that is, that's what I did today. Then I came home, and it was like 11:15, 11:30. And what have I been doing since then? I don't know. I think I've been scrolling Ravelry and possibly even Etsy. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Nothing productive. I really need to edit this vlog together because it's gonna get astronomically long. So I think I'm going to, well, I'm very hungry because I ate at like 5 or something like that. And so I'm very hungry. So I'm gonna make something real quick and easy to eat. And then I'm going to send all the videos over to my iPad, link them together, see how long it is, and I may or may not edit the video tonight. But yeah, this is probably going to be the stopping point for this set of vlogs, which is way more than 3 days. I know. Trust me, I know. But a lot has happened, especially with my dad. So, I just wasn't in a place to edit and do all of that. So, and then I always forget how much it takes it out of me to watch all these soccer games. I don't get done as much crafting as I think I will, and that always really actually bums me out. So, oh well. But anyways, I will catch up with you guys next time, in which I will hopefully finish the 300 stitches that I need to do and then start working on the next whip. Please don't let this one have been rolled for today, because 300 stitches will get me to 1,000, and then I can mark off another box on my whip go board, and I can just kind of put this aside for a little bit. But if it's another one, then it's 1,100, and I don't know. Anyways, chat with you guys later. Bye.